Cal Mercer drove his vibro knife into the crate's seal. Sparks flew. The lock popped with a hiss. He yanked the lid aside. Inside, a slender alien woman crouched amid packing foam, her blue skin slick with sweat. 4 arms clutched her knees. A thick metal ring encircled her throat, pulsing red. "Easy," Cal said. "You're out." She flinched. The ring beeped. Electricity crackled. Her body jerked. Damn slaver tech. Cal grabbed his multi-tool. No time for finesse. He clipped the ring's power cell. Snip. The band sprang open. Her eyes widened. Golden slits in a face of sharp angles. She gasped, rubbing her neck. Cal pocketed the ring. "Evidence. Can't have that shocking you mid-run." Shouts echoed down the cargo bay. Minek Voss's voice cut through. "Intruder! Secure the asset!" Cal hauled her out. She weighed less than expected. Strong, but light. Her upper arms gripped his shoulders for balance. Lower pair steadied her feet. "Ship's this way." He pulled her toward the docking arm. Boots pounded. 2 of Voss's goons rounded a stack of crates, stun batons raised. Cal shoved her behind a pallet. He drew his pulse pistol, fired twice. The first goon dropped, twitching. The second dove for cover. "Go!" Cal grabbed her wrist. They sprinted. She matched his pace. Bare feet, silent on the deck. Alarms wailed. Red lights strobed. Voss appeared ahead, blocking the hatch to Cal's berth. The slaver broker smirked, datapad in hand. "Mercer. Bad move. She's legal cargo indenture docs filed." "Bull." Cal fired a warning shot. Voss ducked. The alien woman's fingers tightened on Cal's arm. She pointed back at his pocket, chittered. Urgently, in some clicking tongue. "Not now." Cal shouldered the hatch control. It jammed. Voss laughed. "Station 6 inbound. You'll rot in a cell." Cal kicked the panel. Circuits fried. Hatch slid open. They tumbled into the corridor. His ship, the Salvage Queen, squatted at the end. Ramp down, engines humming hot. More alarms. Klaxons blared. "Hull breach protocol. All hands to stations." Cal boosted her up the ramp. Inside. "Strap in." She hesitated. Grabbed his wrist again. Pointed at the pocket. Her golden eyes burned. She hissed words. Half click, half growl. Later, he slapped the ramp control. It whined shut. Pursuit thundered outside. Voss yelled into a comm. Cal dashed to the cockpit. Dropped into the pilot's chair. She followed. Lower hands bracing bulkheads. "Strapped down." He jabbed at the crash webbing. She ignored it, lunged for his pocket. "Hey!" Cal twisted away. Hands flew to the controls. Thrusters fired. The Queen lurched. Dock clamps groaned, snapped. G-forces pinned them. Station alarms Dopplered past. Cal punched the navicomp. "Hyperspace in 30. Hold tight." She unbuckled already. Grabbed his arm, yanked hard. Her upper hands clawed at his flight vest. "Stop." Cal slapped her wrists away. The ship bucked. Station guns tracking. Her throat worked. "No ring." She pointed at it, furious. Choked out words in broken system standard. "Mine, give." Cal blinked. "It's a color shock type. Freed you." She snarled. Upper hand seized his throat. Thumbs pressed his windpipe. Stars. Cal grabbed her forearms. Pride. She was strong. Muscles like cables under blue skin. "Easy," he wheezed. "Not." Enemy. Lower hand snatched his pocket. Fingers closed on the ring. Ship shuddered. Impacts. Station defenses grazing the hull. Cal kneed her midsection. Not hard. Enough to loosen grip. She staggered back, held the ring, slapped it against her neck. It wouldn't latch. Clipped. Clicking rage poured out. She advanced again. Wait. Cal raised hands. Ship stabilized. Hyperspace primed. Jump counter. 10 seconds. Her golden eyes locked on him. 4 fists clenched. What the hell? He cut the slaver collar. She attacks. A new alarm pierced the cockpit. Not station. External ping. Unknown vessel hailing. The Queen's AI droned. Priority override. Surrender the fugitive. Cal checked scopes. A sleek alien cutter closed fast, markings like jagged thorns. Weapons hot. Who? The alien woman. Sael the Manifest called her. Froze. Stared at the comm screen. Hail looped bonded envoy Sael. Respond. Warden kept Jorum demanding custody. Sael snatched the ring fragment. Jammed it into a neck port Cal hadn't seen. Flesh interface. It whirred. Lights flickered green. Her eyes cleared. She tapped the console. Spoke in fluid clicks. Response crackled. Envoy. Status. Sael glanced at Cal. Gestured. Thumbs at throat again. The voice hardened. Thief. Confirmed. Marked for termination. Hold position. Cal's gut dropped. Wait. What? Sael smiled. Sharp teeth. Upper hand patted his shoulder, like petting a dog. Hyperspace engaged. Stars streaked, but the cutter matched velocity. No jump lag. They're on us, Cal muttered. Evasive roll. Sael buckled in now, pointed at Navpot. Clicked directions. He ignored. Dove for an asteroid cluster. Scanners screamed. 2 more cutters inbound. Who are you? Cal demanded. She tilted head, touched throat port. Sail. Envoy accent thick. Ring key. Identity. Proof. Collar? No. Legal key. Slavers locked you in a crate. Transfer. Secure. She waved dismissively. Voss. Fixer. Station law. Car banked hard. Plasma bolts scorched shields. You were cargo. Diplomatic hold. Sael gripped armrests. Ring removal. Crime. Theft identity. The pieces clicked. He snipped her ID. Triggered auto alert. Now Warden kept your room. Hunted a kidnapper. Thought it shocked you. She nodded. Biotech sync. Crate breach. Failsafe jolt. You cut. Good. But ring. Shields at 40%. Cal Vector jumped. Slipped a mine layer drone. Boom on scopes. 1 cutter bloomed. Sael whooped. High trill. Nice. Cal grinned despite mess. But 3 left. She leaned in. 4 hands danced over auxiliary console. Hacked their net. Icons winked out. Envoy codes, she said. Jorum listens now. Comm burst. Human vessel. Stand down. Envoy safe? Sal responded. Long exchange. Cal weaved through rocks. Pushed engines. Jorum's voice. Proof. Transmitted. Human. Mercer. Cleared. Dock at relay point. Debrief. Sahel met Cal's eyes. Nodded once. Lower hand squeezed his forearm. Firm. Trusting. Relief hit. But questions burned, he said coarse. Why the crate? Slavers? Vos prejudice. Sael rub neck. Humans trade exotics. Station blind. I endure. Mission. Cal snorted. Not on my watch. She studied him, golden eyes soft. You cut for me. No ask. Person in a box. Locks break. He shrugged. Spacer rule. Sael's upper hand touched his. Lingered. Human rule. Rare. Cutters peeled off. Clear skies. Relay point loomed. Docking clamps engaged. Cal stood offered hand. She took it. 4 palms warm. Jorun waited planet side. Big alien. Armored. Throat ring massive. Captain! Sael Salcal slammed the medbunk seal. Transparent lid hissed shut over Sail's trembling form. Her golden eyes locked on his, wide with shock. 4 hands clutched at the air where her throat ring had been. Stay put. Cal punched the scan panel. Blue light swept her body. He braced against the deck vibration. His salvage hauler, the drift fox, punched through void toward the outer lanes. Crate residue still dusted his gloves. Slaver stink clung to his vac suit. Scan beeped. No toxins, no trackers. 1 biotech echo at the neck. Severed. Clean cut from his plasma torch. Good. He cracked the lid. Grabbed a hydration pouch and thermal blanket from the overhead. Water. Blanket. You look half frozen. Sael recoiled. Upper hand shoved the pouch away. Lower ones raked her bare throat. Scales flaked under her claws. A thin blue line oozed where the ring had fused. No. Her voice rasped, subharmonics buzzing like faulty comms. She scratched harder. Blood welled. Cal caught her wrists. Gentle but firm. 4 slim bones under iridescent skin. Easy. You're safe. No more crate. She yanked free. Claws gouged deeper. Hiss escaped her vents. Pain or rage. He stepped back. Scopes pinged. Station security drones. Too soon. Slavers. He killed the main drive, coasted dock. No blips yet. Visual translator. He slapped it on 9. Holopad flickered to life between them. Icons swirled. Universal glyphs, speech-to-symbol bridge. Crude, but it beat gestures. Talk. Cal tapped his throat, pointed to the severed ring chunk on the deck. This hurt. Sail froze, stared at the pad. 1 upper hand hovered, traced a glyph. Ring symbol pulsed, interlocking helix with voice waves. Legal. Her claws stabbed the hollow. Voice key. Identity. Mine. Cal frowned. Legal? Looked like a shock collar. Biotech sync she'd gasped earlier. Failsafe jolt from crate breach. He'd cut it blind. Standard slaver gear. Not restraint? He fed the glyph in. Pad hummed. Spat English approximation. No, she signed faster. Diplomatic seal, glyph, authority wave, envoy. Cell, bonded. Bonded? Envoy. Station logs flickered in his mind. Off-world types. Throat rings for off, not slaves. Shit. Alarms whooped. Contact on scopes. 3 cutters, slaver transponders masked as haulers. Myrick Voss's fixers, bastard brokered exotics with fake papers. Cal had cracked his crate hold by luck, spotting the biotech pulse. They're on us. Cal sealed the medbunk again. Strapped in. Hold tight. Sail pounded the lid from inside. Four fists blurred. Muffled trill protest. Nav console lit. He plotted detour. Nearest consulate. Neutral relay. 2 jumps out. Drop her safe. Collect salvage fee later. Spacer rule. Persons first. Her hand shot out as he swung past auxiliary. Lower palm slapped the nav panel. Lockout glyph flashed. Course erased. What the... Cal peeled her hand off. Skin warm. Grip steel. Consulate. Safe. She blocked again. Upper hands danced over keys. Envoy codes. Panel spat error. Prejudice. She clawed air at her throat. Humans trade. Voss blind station. Endure. Mission. Mission? Cal glanced at scopes. Cutters closed, mine layer signatures hot. No time for diplomat games. Move! He shoved her aside. Replotted course. Engines thrummed. Saya lunged. Blocked nav 3rd time. Golden eyes blazed. Translator pinged. Full sync at last. Color was passport. Her voice cleared, harmonics crisp. Ring, my voice. Legal seal. Cut it. I am null. No speak. No prove. Envoy. Cal's gut twisted. Passport. He torched her ID. Slaver's crate made sense now. Voss stashing her. Betting humans wouldn't question a collared exotic. Prejudice, profit. Cutters fired. Beam skin shields. Down to 40%. Damn. Cal Vector jumped. Slipped a mine layer drone. Boom lit scopes. One cutter bloomed into plasma. Sial whooped. High trill echoed. Nice. He grinned despite the mess. 3 left. She leaned in. 4 hands danced over auxiliary console. Hacked their net. Icons winked out. Envoy codes, she said. Jeroen listens now. Calm burst crackled. Human vessel. Stand down. Envoy safe. Sail snatched the mic. Responded in bursts, harmonics layered over standard. Long exchange. Cal weaved through asteroid rocks. Pushed engines hot. Jeroen's voice boomed. Deep rumble. Authority thick. Proof. Transmitted. Human Mercer cleared. Docket relay point. Debrief. Sael met Cal's eyes. Nodded once. Lower hand squeezed his forearm. Firm. Trusting. Relief hit Cal like a soft dock. But questions burned. He set course. Why the crate? Slavers real? Voss prejudice. Sael rubbed her neck. Blue line scabbed already. Fast healers. Humans trade exotics. Station blind. I endure. Mission. Cal snorted. Not on my watch. She studied him. Golden eyes softened. You cut for me. No ask. Person in a box. Locks break. He shrugged. Spacer rule. Sile's upper hand touched his. Lingered. Human rule. Rare. Cutters peeled off. Clear skies. Relay point loomed. A spinning habitat drum. Consulate lights winking. Docking clamps engaged with a thud. Cal stood. Offered hand. She took it. 4 palms warm against his calluses. Pulled herself up smooth. Airlock cycled. Jeroen waited planetside feed. Big alien armored plates gleaming. Throat ring massive. Pulsing with command glyphs. Captain. Sael saluted. Lower hands crossed. Jeroen's vents hissed. Scanned her neck. Frowned at the scar. Envoy. Report. Cal hung bat. Spacer instincts prickled. This debrief smelled like interspecies tangle. Sahel gestured him forward. Mercer, rescuer. Dorun's eyes, facets like hers, but harder, locked on Cal. Human. You severed bond key, not bond collar. Cal crossed arms, crate locked. Shocking. Legal voice. Jurun tapped his own ring. Without, she's ghost. No authority. Cal's jaw tightened. Cultural snag. His torch work saved her from slavers. Voss's paperwork trap, but nuked her status. Sio interjected. Hands. Signing rapid. Translator hummed partials. Gratitude, vouch, mission aid. Jurun paused, nodded slow. Proof holds. Voss detained. But ring region protocols. Human witness required. Witness? Cal glanced at scopes. Station chatter spiked. Panic ripples from the chase. Here, he thumbed the drum. Planet side. Secure. Jurun's shuttle beacon post on Nav. Mercer, you come. Sail's hand brushed his again. Silent plea. Cal exhaled, locked the drift fox. Lead on. Shuttle ride hummed tense. Jurun grilled Sail. Mission details. Voss intercept. Cal caught fragments. Off-world talks, trade packs. Human fringe stations as blind spots. Planet-side dome irised open. Security swarm. Parted. Warden kept HQ. Stark white. Ring scanners everywhere. Medtech swarm sail. Neck clamp hissed. Reagan gel foaming the scar. Joran pulled Cal aside. Why cut? No scan. Person crated. Shocks firing. Spacer fix. Torch it. Cal met the alien's gaze. No brag. Fact. Joe Joruin's claws stabbed the console. Hollow footage looped. A human in grimy vac suit torched the envoy's throat ring, bundled sail into a crate lifter, and vanished into station vents. Pirate. Abductor. Facet's word in his eyes. Voss's hold. Legal detain for diplomatic review. No violence marks. Human interference. Captain, but tech signed. Signature logged. Drift fucks. Independent salvage rig. Jurun tapped his ring voice command barked. Port authority. Flag that signature. Lock all refuel credits. No berth. No juice. For unregistered humans. Techs scrambled. Alerts pinged docks. Jurun leaned forward. Sail's ring scar glowed fresh in the vid. Severed. Ghost status. No authority without regen. He activated broadcast array. Station-wide pulse. Alert. Protected envoy Sahil. Bonded diplomat kidnapped by human pirate. Last seen boarded drift fox. Sector patrol. Intercept. Lethal force authorized if resistance. Chatter exploded across comms. Patrol skiffs lit thrusters. Planet-side reserves mobilized. Jurun's mandibles clicked satisfaction. Human fringe trash. Thought they could snatch envoy class. Not on his watch. Cal yanked the drift fox's yoke. Ship shuddered into maintenance corridor shadows. Narrow vein off the main ring clogged with derelict haulers and scrap rigs. Seul clutched her armrest. Facets wide. Translator hummed faint. Danger. Port froze credits. Cal scanned scopes. Patrol signatures bloomed red. Jurun's doing. Thinks I stole you. Her hands signed sharp. Ring stub itched under regen patch. Rescue. Grateful. Ring. Voice. Identity. Cal nodded once. Spacer fix. Cut the shock collar trapping her crate. Voss's game. Paperwork slaver. No chains needed. Human trash profiting on alien bias. Drift Fox bumped a dim dock. Rusted clamps gripped hull. Cow killed engines. Stay put. Fuel trade. He cracked the hatch. Stench hit. Ozone spilled lube. Unwashed hides. Mechanic lurked in gloom. A squat Vaxari with scarred vents, toolkit slung low. Salvage for juice, Cal said. No translator. Credit's dead anyway. Vaxari grunted. Scanned Cal's pallet. Actuator coils, hull plates, fresh from Voss's hold scrap. Fake reg. Vaxari eyed Drift Fox's transponder flicker. Cal slid a credit shit. Untraceable spacer script. Ghost run. Fill tanks. Vaxari's vents wheezed laugh. Claws snatched pallet. Hose snaked to intakes. Fuel gurgled. Cal's comm buzzed. Station alert looped. Envoy Sayel kidnapped. Human pirate. Pirate. Jaw clenched. He torched a shock collar on a crated person. Simple. Sayel's voice crackled internal. Mercer. Explained Jorun. Later. Cal watched scoops. Patrol swept main docks. One veered close. Vaxari slapped hull. Full. Go! Cal vaulted aboard. Straps bid shoulders. Thrusters spat blue. Sayel signed urgent. Planet side. Proof. Voss trap. Thick detain. Ring regen. Needs witness. Witness. Cal punched chords. Jorun's beacon pulsed on nav. Planet side. HQ. Drift Fox arrowed out. Alarms wailed. Patrol skiff locked on. Brace. Cal rolled ship. Missiles streaked void. He jinked into debris field. Spacer eyes picked lanes. Twisted girders. Dead sats. Skiff followed clumsy. Sail gripped console. Trust in her facets. Cal fired decoys. Flares bloomed. Skiff veered. Clear shot. He nudged yoke. Ion pulse grazed patrol tail. Disable, not kill. Skiff spun limp. Drift Fox punched atmosphere. Planet-side dome loomed. Security swarm parted for the beacon. Cal exhaled. Locked down. Your turf. Now. Jorun stormed the bay. Claws flexed. Drift Fox squatted hot. Hull scored. Tex swarmed. Signature match. Human pilot inside. Envoy aboard. Jorun's ring chimed priority. Sail's ghost status cleared. Impossible without regen. Hatch hissed. Human emerged. Mercer, purr. Intercept logs. Practical build. No weapons drawn. Sael followed. Signing calm. Debrief chamber sealed behind them. Air hummed sterile. Sael gestured Mercer forward. Rescuer. Jorun's facets locked. Human. You severed bond key, not bond. Collar. Mercer crossed arms. Crate locked. Shocking. Legal voice. Jorun tapped his ring. Without ghost. No authority. Mercer's jaw tightened. Sail signed rapid. Translator partial. Gratitude. Vouch. Mission aid. Jaron paused. Reviewed pad data. Voss detain logs forged. Human broker exploited fringe holes. Nodded slow. Proof holds. Voss detained. Relief rippled sails vents. But ring regen protocols. Jorun eyed Mercer. Human witness required. Mercer glanced scope's feed. Station chatter spiked. Panic from Chase. Here. Thumbed his drum rig. Planet side. Secure. Jeroen's shuttle beacon pulsed. Sale's hand brushed Mercer's. Silent plea. Mercer exhaled. Locked Drift Fox. Lead on. Shuttle hummed tense. Jeroen grilled Sale. Mission. Off-world trade packs. Human stations as blind spots. Voss intercepted docks. Dome irised. Swarm parted. HQ stark white. Ring scanners hummed. Medtech swarm Sale. Neck clamp hissed. Region gel foamed scar. Jeroen pulled Mercer aside. Why cut? No scan? Person crated. Shocks firing. Space affix. Torch it. Mercer met gaze. No brag. Fact. Jeroen's mandibles parted. Human, normal cut first, scan later. Alien protocols demanded verify. Extraordinary. Reckless. Effective. Voss confessed. Jeroen signed tech. Paperwork cage. Envoy held. Pending review. Your fix. Exposed it. Mercer grunted. Treat captives like people. Locks like problems. Sale rose. Ring stub gleamed. New. Full. Regen. She signed full. Mercer vouched. Bond trust initiates. Translator hummed. Human compassion. First pact. Jeroen stiffened. Envoy protocols. Witness sealed it. Interspecies ripple. Scopes pinged. Station riots brewed. Human bias versus alien alert fallout. Escort him clear, Jeroen ordered. Pacts need fringe pilots. Mercer nodded. Hand brushed sails again. Bond sparked. Outside, Drift Fox waited fueled. Patrols stood down. Cal fired engines. Sahel aboard. Ring live. Sector chatter shifted. Hero human, not pirate. Simple. Torch cut. Trust born. Cal nursed the yoke planetside outbound. Sail signed beside him. Det. Aid. Mission. He glanced. Facet soft. Spacer code. You good. Hands flew. Bonded now. Cross species. Translator. Friends. Cal smiled faint. Human humble. Alien alliance. Scopes cleared. Voss's cell awaited trial. Drift Fox vanished into stars. First contact trust, forged in misunderstanding. But chatter whispered. More envoys trapped. Voss, not alone. Cal checked torch. Next lock waited. Patrol's shadow trailed faint. Jeroen's gift? Or watch? Thrusters burned hot. Cal Mercer kicked the station office door wide. His boot echoed off grimy bulkheads. Voss spun from his desk terminal, eyes narrowing at the salvager's glare. Logs and manifests. Now. Cal slapped his ident chip on the counter. Crate chains for the envoy hold. Voss smirked, fingers dancing over a hidden panel. Mercer. Back for seconds. She's processed. Legal. A chime blared. Red lights pulsed on every exit. Station locked down. Klaxons hummed low. Legal hold initiated. Voss leaned back. You're trafficking now. Human hauling alien envoy without clearance. Bounty posted. Cal's jaw tightened. He tapped his wrist cam live. Feed spiked station net viewers jumped to thousands. Watch this fringe. Salvager versus Fixer. Voss lunged for his own console. Cal blocked him, shoulder checking the broker into the chair. Stay put. Terminals flickered under Cal's hackpad link. He pulled crate manifests first. Seals scrolled, forged stamps, rerouted from diplomatic docks. Payment trails lit up. Voss's shell accounts to shadow haulers. See that? Cal angled the cam. Crate 47B, Envoy grade lockbox. Voss signed it, pending review. Held her 3 cycles. Viewers pinged. Spacer nets exploded. Comments flew. Fixer scum. Proof, Voss snarled. Bureaucracy, Mercer. You cut her ring. That's mutilation. Aliens'll hunt you. Cal ignored him. Dragged up transaction logs. Code phrases chained. Voss's voice prints demanding compliance. Recite or forfeit bond rights. Sail slipped from the shadows behind Cal. A new throat ring stub gleamed under office glare. She stepped into frame. Mandibles clicking precise. Code Alpha 79. Her signs flew. Translator piping clear. Voss mandate. Silence buys freedom. Lie. Viewers surged past 10,000. Shares rocketed. Voss paled. She's coerced. Your muscle. Sal recited more. Beta 4-2. Ring stays. Review pending. Payment trail matches. She pointed at the screen. Coercion confirmed. Cal grinned faint. Kept the cam steady. Receipts don't lie, Voss. Viewers trace the chains. Free the crates. Station chatter boiled. Docs reported halts. Workers cracking seals on suspect holds. Voss's network crumbled live. You idiot. Voss hammered his panic key. Security's coming. They'll shred you for kidnapping. Cal pinned Voss's wrist. Cam caught every flinch. Kidnapping. I treat captives like people. Locks like problems. Sail's facets gleamed approval. She signed quick. Bond holds. Alarm shrieked louder. Boots thundered corridor close. Door exploded inward. Armored figures stormed. Warden kept Joron at lead. Pulse rifles trained. Down! Human trafficker. Surrender the envoy. Cal raised empty hands slow. Cam still streamed. Voss smirked from the floor. Jaroon's mandibles snapped. Scanner swept Sail. Her ring pinged live. Diplomatic free. Hold. Jaroon signed text back. Viewers hit 50,000. Sahel stepped forward. Mercer vouched. No coercion. Jaroon froze. Feet captured it all. Cal held steady. One breath. Trust or trigger. Voss laughed. Tell them about the ring cut, Spacer. Jaroon's optics locked on Cal. Rifle dipped fraction. Explain. Fast. Cal nodded to the screen. Manifests first. Then her words. Text patched in. Logs verified live. Voss's smirk died. Jaroon circled the desk. Mandibles worked. Paper trail. Cage. Envoy held illegal. Sail signed emphatic. Human freed. Compassion. Viewers cheered. HFY. Spacer hero. But Jaroon's claw tapped comms. Patrols, stand by. Verify all. Cal exhaled. Cam rolled on. One misunderstanding down. More crates waited. Voss twisted. He's pirate. Check his ship. Jaroon cuffed him silent. You first, broker. Sail brushed Cal's arm. Facets softened. Bond sparked quiet. Station feeds shifted. Riots cooled. Human bias cracked. But scopes pinged faint. Shadow patrols trailed Driftfox dockside. Cal cut the stream. Time to bounce. Jaroon blocked the door. Not yet. Protocols. Cal met her gaze. Practical. No brag. Logs exposed it. She's free. Jorun signed assent reluctant. Human normal. Verify later. Sahel boarded first. Cal fired queries. More envoys. Voss's web. Affirmative. 3 crates live. Drift Fox hummed hot. Cal nursed yoke outbound. Sails signed beside. Det. Spacer code. He glanced. You good? Hands flew. Bonded. Cross species. Translator. Friends. Patrols peeled off. Sector chatter flipped. Hero, not pirate. Voss's cell sealed. Trial loomed, but whispers grew. Networks deeper. Next locks called. Cal checked torch cutter. Ready. Jorun's shadow lingered. Scopes. Gift. Watch. Thrusters burned. Stars swallowed them. Simple cut. Trust forged. More waited. Cal Mercer slammed the Drift Fox's ramp shut behind him. Station security swarmed the docks outside, but his forged clearance pinged green. Sayel strapped in, a new ring interfacing seamless with the co-pilot console. Logs pulled clean? She signed. Cal nodded, spooling the ship. Voss's empire cracking. Your testimony sealed it. Engines growled. Docking clamps released. Voss's voice crackled over open comms. Last gasp from custody. You think one stream ends it? Brokers own the fringe. Cal muted him. Paperwork loses to cams. Sael's mandibles clicked amusement. Human tool. Effective. They punched velocity. Station shrank aft. But scopes lit. Pursuit vector. Unmarked. Jorun? Cal evaded casual. No panic. Spacer skill. Sael monitored. Aid or audit? He shrugged. By the way, we cut locks. Her claw touched his sleeve. Trust built. Chatter hailed. Drift Fox, stand down. Envoy protocols. Cal grinned. Tell him we're bonded. Sahel broadcast her ring. Clear. Pursuit veered. Gift confirmed. Fringe opened wide. More crates called. Cal torched forward. Next rescued live. No. Rewind. That stream confrontation was the spark. Back in the office. Post-stream. Jorun hauled Voss up. Confess full. Voss spat. Legal till he cut. Sael recited final code. Gamma 1-1. Traffic or terminate. Jorun's team froze. Extraordinary. Cal unplugged his pad. All yours. Jorun eyed him. Reckless. Effective. Normal, Cal said. She signed escort. Pax form. Outside, riots hushed. Viewers hailed hero. Drift Fox fueled. Sael aboard. Cal fired up. Bond held. But now, planet side. Outbound. Whispers of networks. Cal nursed yoke. Sael signed. Mission? Always. He checked manifests. 3 more. Torch ready. Patrol shadow trailed. Alley, now. Thrusters hot. Alliance born. Cal burst back into Voss's office hours earlier, torch scar fresh on his glove from Sail's crate. Voss jumped. You again? Transaction logs. Crate manifests. Cal jacked his pad direct. Pull him. Voss hit the hold. Lockdown blared. Cal went live. Wrist cam on. Manifest scrolled. Seals forged. Trails. Damning. Viewers watched. Sael stepped in. Recited codes. Voss crumbled. Security stormed. Cycle closed. But the hook. Jahuru's rifle hovered. Ring status Cal Mercer clamped his gloved hand around Sael's slim wrist and yanked her through the service hatch. Stun rounds chewed the bulkhead behind them, spitting blue arcs that scorched the air. He slammed the hatch shut and cranked the manual lock. Sparks flew from the panel. "Move!" Cal barked. His boots pounded the narrow conduit, torch still hot in his offhand from slicing her crate open. Sael matched his stride without hesitation. Her iridescent scales caught the dim emergency strip's throat, bare where her ring had been. No collar, he'd realized too late. Just some alien tech, but the slaver Voss had her crated like cargo. That was enough. Alarms wailed through the station vents. Footsteps thundered from the main hall. Cal scanned his wristpad map. Dead end ahead. Human charts only showed certified paths. He boosted into a side vent, hauling Sael after him. She twisted free mid-pull and signed sharp gestures. Left. 15 seconds. Cal blinked. Patrol. Timing. He nodded once. They crouched as armored shadows flashed past the grate. Sael's claws clicked precise on the mesh. She pointed. Up. Vent 3. Human maps blank. He torched the seam. No time to question. They crawled into a maze of unmarked ducts, station guts no spacer knew. Air recyclers hummed around them, thick with ozone. Sahel led, memorizing echoes like a clock. Left at the heat exchanger. Dropped through filter 3. Right past the power node. How? Cal whispered, squeezing past a coolant line. Sahel tapped her temple. Envoy training. Patrol cycles fixed. She froze, signed. Quiet. Below, boots clomped. Voices barked in clipped alien tongue. Throat rings severed. Diplomat compromised. Lethal force authorized. Cal's gut twisted. Diplomat, not slave. Shit. He'd cut her ID or whatever. Now Station CC hunted them both. He gripped his torch tighter. Sael nudged him forward. They spilled into a disused cargo bay, crates stacked like forgotten tombs. Cal barred the access panel. Breath ragged, he faced her. Blue eyes slitted, unblinking, met his. You're no captive. He pulled the severed ring from his pocket. Gold, etched with glyphs, still warm from his glove. This yours? She snatched it, claws retracted. Signed slow. Legal key. Identity. Bond marker. Horror flickered in her stance. Cal raised hands open. Didn't know. Voss had you crated. Forged papers. I fix locks. Free people. He jerked thumb at door. Sex after me now. Your call. Run fringe. Or sail wade the ring. Pursuit drones whined closer, scanners probing walls. She pressed it to her throat. Scar, click, glow pulsed. Tight beam ping launched. Silent, targeted. Cal tensed. Who? Jaroon. Security captain, hunting us. She held his gaze. Trust. He holstered torch, stepped back. Your life, your move. Sail's scales flushed deeper blue. Relief? Resolve? She signed. Explains to him. Bulkhead rattled. Drones hammered the bay door. Cal prepped breaching charges. No guns. Station rules. But his kit, improvised. Sael straightened, ring synced, Her voice modulator hummed first words he'd heard. Status live. Pursuer marked ally. Static crackled back. Harsh alien baritone. Envoy Sael. Confirm. Affirm. Human rescuer. Ignorant cut. Voss trafficker exposed. Pause. Drones powered down. Voss logs seized. Human detained? No. Protects. Sael glanced at Cal. Bond initiates. Cal's pad buzzed. Stream viewers spiked. His wrist cam still live from the office hack. Comments flooded. Human saves envoy. Legend. Aliens owe us. Footsteps approached. Not pounding. Measured. Bay door hissed open. Warden. Kept Yorun strode in. Rifle low. Scaled like Sael but bulkier. Crests flared red. Team flanked. Weapons trained loose. Jarun's eyes locked on the throat ring glow. Severed. Reaffixed. Protocol breach. Sael projected her pad. Manifests Voss's forgeries. Human acted. Compassion. No malice. Cal stood easy. Logs. On stream. Check. Jarun jacked in. Scanned. Rifle dipped. Reckless human. Cuts first, asks later. She signed to Sael. Bond viable. Sael nodded. Touched ring. Pax. Form. Jarun eyed Cal. You. Spacer. Name? Cal Mercer. Drift Fox salvage. Drift Fox fueled? Her crest twitched. Amusement. Always. He grinned. More crates out there? Team shifted. Whispers in alien script. Jarun signed. Voss in hold. Confess or terminate. Cal unplugged his pad. Your show. Sirens cut. Riots outside hushed as streams spread truth. Viewers hailed. HFY real. Protectors rise. But Jarun's rifle hovered a beat longer. Ring status full. Sal broadcast. Clear. Pursuit feared. Cal exhaled. Gift. Confirmed. Fringe opened wide. Hours later, Voss's office stormed. Cal torched in first. Scar fresh. Boss jumped. You again? Logs. Pull 'em. Cal jacked pad. Manifest scrolled. Forged seals. Damning trails. Voss hit hold. Lockdown blared. Cal went live. Wrist cam captured all. Viewers surged. Sael stepped forward, recited codes. Gamma 1-1. Traffic or terminate. Security swarmed. Voss crumbled, spitting. Legal till he cut. Jarun hauled him up. Confess full. Cycle closed. Riots died. Station breathed. Outside, Sael boarded Drift Fox. Cal fired engines. Planet side outbound. Sael signed. Mission? Always. He checked manifests. 3 more rings, maybe. Torch ready. Patrol shadow trailed. Ally now. Thrusters hot. Alliance born. But whispers grew. Networks deeper. Cal nursed yoke. One act sparked trust. What chains next? Sail's ring pulsed. New ping inbound. Jarun escort granted. Bonds deepen. Cal torched forward. Next rescue live. Jarun's rifle snapped up barrel, locking on Cal's chest. Release the property. Now, local code 47B. Cal froze mid-step in the dock bay. Sael's slim form pressed behind him. Crates loomed like silent witnesses under the harsh glare of overheads. Air recyclers hummed, thick with ozone from recent plasma fire. His hand hovered near the cargo lock release. No sudden moves. She's no property. Person status hearing. On record. The alien captain's crest flared red anger, Cal guessed from prior scraps. Joroon advanced, armored boots clanging on deck plates. 4 enforcers fanned out, sealing the bay. Sail's throat ring glinted, 4 silver bands etched with alien script. Traffickers had called it a slave collar. Cal had picked the lock like any restraint. Simple compassion. Cut her free. Get her safe. Code 47B supersedes. Joroon's translator barked the words flat. Throat ring bearers are assets. Return her or we terminate. Cal's jaw tightened. Assets, like cargo. He'd seen enough stations to know prejudice ran deep. Humans as brute labor. Aliens as fragile exotics. But Sail's eyes met his, wide and steady. Trust there, fragile as vacuum. He raised empty palms. Record this. Public feed. Station net open. 1 enforcer twitched, checking a wrist pad. Bay screens flickered alive. Viewers spiked. 10K, 20K. Cal spoke clear. Cal Mercer, salvage pilot, rescued this woman from Myrick Voss's hold. No collar, no chains. She's free. Joroon snarled. Crest. Spiking. Lies. Ring intact means bonded property. You stole her. Sael stirred. Her hand brushed Cal's arm. Light. Deliberate. She stepped forward, fingers tracing the throat ring. A low chime echoed. Hollow projection burst from the bands, swirling glyphs, station seals, envoy crest pulsing gold. Bay screens mirrored it. Text scrolled. Sail of the Veil Concord. Bonded envoy. Diplomatic immunity. Active status. Full autonomy. Joroon's rifle dipped a fraction. Enforcers murmured. Crests flattening blue. Shock. Viewers exploded. 500K. Comments flooded. HFY truth. Rings are keys, not chains. Envoy. Joroon's voice cracked static. Impossible. Voss logged her as alarms. Shrieked. Baylight strobed red. Data purge initiated. All logs wiping. The console blared. Cal spun. Far bulkhead access panel glowed. Remote hack. Voss. The slaver broker played paperwork like a weapon. Erase the manifests. Paint Cal the thief. He lunged. Mag boots thudding. Enforcers shifted, but Sail signed sharp. Human axe. Cal slammed the panel. Locked. He yanked his multi-tool. Torch. Igniting blue. Sparks flew as he sliced the data trunk. Thick cable pulsing with station lifeblood. Severed. Purge halted. Logs frozen. Screams stabilized. Forged manifests glowed damning. Voss's seals on. Throat ring assets. Real trails to black market buyers. Joroon lowered his rifle fully. Crest shifted green. Respect. Evidence preserved. Voss location. Cal wiped sweat. Torch cooling in his grip. Hold 3. He's scrambling now. Sayul nodded. Ring pulsing sync to Joroon's pad. Shared nat. Captain barked orders. Enforcers peeled out. Rifles hot. Joroon eyed Cal. You cut the trunk. Risked breach. Why? Logs lie. People don't. Cal shrugged. Humble spacer truth. No heroics. Just fix the problem. Sael touched her ring. Human protects. Her voice, soft through translator, carried weight. Jeroen's pad pinged. Voss pinned. Confession stream live. He signed a sale. Bond intact. Full, she replied. Projection flared again. Legal keys unlocked, not chains broken. Viewers hit millions. Protectors. Fringe alliance. Cal exhaled. Bay doors hissed open. Riots outside hushed as truth spread. But Jeroen's gaze lingered. Patrol shadows you outbound. Trust. Earned. Sael boarded the Drift Fox first. Cal fired consoles, engines thrumming. Planetside vector locked. 3 more rings pinged on manifests. Maybe envoys, maybe captives. Torch ready. Patrol ship, matched pace. Ally now. Thrusters hot. But Voss's last spit echoed in feeds. Deeper nets. They'll hunt you both. Cal gripped the yoke. One cut spot trust. What chains next? Sawell's ring pulsed. New ping. Jeroen. Escort granted. Bonds deepen. He torched forward. Next rescue live. Jeroen's shuttle docked hard. 2 jumps later, clamping the Drift Fox amid asteroid drift. Cal braced in the lock. Sail at his side. No rifle this time. Just the captain. Crest neutral gray. Fringe manifests confirmed. Jeroen thrust a data chit. 3 rings. Envoy grade. Vossnet runs deep. Cal slotted it. Hollow spun. Station grids. Broker chains. Voss talked under code Gamma 11. Jeroen's mandibles clicked. Satisfaction. Traffic or terminate. He chose talk. Sael signed fluid. Humans solve locks. We hold keys. Cal grinned. Teamwork. They plotted jumps. Cal's salvage scans pierced debris fields. Alien skill in pattern locks. His in raw breach. Jeroen called. Strikes enforcer teams. Prepped at target docks. First hit. Outpost 9. Cal ghosted in. Eva suit-hugging hulls. Sayu's ring-hacked perimeter codes silent. Jeroen's squad breached hot. Inside, a ringed figure huddled. Male envoy, Voss forged papers chaining him as asset. Cal torched the fake lock. Free. The alien blinked, ring chiming true. Projection. Diplomat. Stolen. Viewers surged again. HFY chainbreakers. Back aboard. Sail's hand lingered on Cal's arm. Warmth through suit fabric. Trust solidified. Second ring fell smoother. Collaboration clicked. Human grit. Alien precision. But third ping twisted. Voss's core den. Gods doubled. He's burning evidence. Jeroen growled over comms. Cal dove first. Torch-sliced vents. Sail projected overrides. Jeroen's team poured plasma. Voss's office. Broker hunched over consoles, wiping frenzied. Legal till! Cal severed the trunk again. Clean cut. Logs held. The ringed woman rose. Sal's kin. Crest marked. Envoy bond active. Voss crumpled under Jeroen's grip. Confessful. Cycle closed. Riots died station-wide. Feeds hailed. Alliance born. Outbound. Sail boarded proper. Cal nursed engines. Patrol trailed friendly. More. She signed. Always. Manifests scrolled. Deeper networks whispered. Her ring pulsed sync to his pad. Shared now. One act of compassion. Worlds shifted. trust forged in severed cables and lit torches. But shadows grew. A new ping. High Council query. Human intervention, threat or ally? Cal torched harder. Answer in actions. Jaroon's voice crackled. Escort holds. We watch your back. Fringe opened wide. Bonds deepened. What broke next? Cal Mercer stepped into the docking bay. Sail's slim form tucked close to his side. Armed guards snapped to attention, plasma rifles humming as they tracked his hands. He kept palms open, fingers splayed, no sudden moves. Easy, Cal murmured, voice low through his suit's translator. Just getting her home. Sail's throat ring pulsed blue, projecting holographic credentials that washed over the squad. The lead guard, Jaroon's second, lowered his rifle a fraction. Envoy Sail confirmed. Human. Advance slow. Cal muttered, boots echoing on grated deck. Shuttles hummed beyond the airlock, consular markings gleaming under harsh lights. Sahel's hand brushed his arm, steadying. Trust, burned in torchfire and severed cables. Guards closed ranks behind. One twitched at Cal's hip holster. Weapon visible. Do not touch. Wouldn't dream of it. Cal matched their pace, eyes scanning vents and shadows. Station chatter buzzed in his earpiece. Riots quelled, but eyes everywhere. Feed still lit with human chainbreaker saves envoy. HFY hype-swelled viewer counts, but Cal ignored it. Job first. They reached the shuttle ramp. Hatches hissed open. Sail paused, turning to the guards. Her ring flared, voice amplified through projection. Captain Jorun. Link active. Arrest broker Mirek Voss on charges of contract forgery and envoy interference. Full confession extracted. Logs secure. Jahoorun's gravelly reply crackled over open comms. Affirmative, envoy. Voss detained. Awaiting transport. Expand scope, Sahel commanded. Crest ridges flaring gold. Station-wide audit of all cargo labor contracts. Cross-reference with Alliance registries. No exceptions. Cal felt the deck vibrate as security teams mobilized. Alarms whooped distant. Offices raided. Manifests seized. Guards straightened. Respect sharpening their stances. Sael wasn't just rescued. She wielded authority like a blade. Jaroon's voice cut in. Audit initiated. Preliminary hits. 12 falsified bonds. Human broker networks implicated. Good. Transmit to High Council. Sael's gaze flicked to Cal, softening. Human testimony logged. Mercer, Kalki asset. The second-in-command saluted, rifle slung. Path clear, envoy. Cal exhaled, tension easing from his shoulders. Goal met. Her aboard safe. The guards lingered, eyes boring into him. Suspicion, gratitude, hard to pass alien stares. Sael ascended the ramp first. Cal followed, hands still visible. Shuttle interior gleamed, soft lights, restraint webs, console banks alive with data streams. Pilot nodded from the cockpit, no questions. She faced him at the hold center. Ring, she signed, palm up. Translator hummed the word. Cal unclipped the throat ring from his suit pouch. Cool metal, etched with fractal keys, her legal seal, not a slave collar. He'd torched the fake lock thinking it chained her, freed her, in their eyes. Now, truth settled. He held it out. Lock it yourself. Voice. Steady. I never owned the symbol. Don't want it looking that way. Sail's ridges quivered. Surprise. Her fingers closed around the ring. Deliberate. She lifted it to her throat, nodes aligning with precision. Click. Seal engaged. Pulsing sync green. Not a color. A key. Her key. She stepped closer. Warmth radiated from her scales. Scent. Like ozone after rain. Her hand clasped his wrist. Firm. Unyielding. Not fear. Bond. Testify. She signed. Ring projecting the glyph. My world. Voss's network runs deep. Your actions. Precedent. Cal met her gaze. Black eyes steady. Human grit met alien law. Deep networks, yeah. I've got manifests. More rings out there. Waiting. Her grip tightened, pulse sinking to his pad's beat. Shared data now. Collaboration clicked. Jaroon's comm pinged again. Envoy, shuttle secure. Escort detaches. Patrol shadows your human ally. Affirm, Sail replied aloud. Mercer travels with protection. Cal's pad chimed. High Council query forwarded. Human intervention. Ally confirmed. Shadows stirred. Prejudice lingered. In fringe ports. Sahel released his wrist, but the clasp lingered in warmth. Promise, she signed, ring glowing. On my terms. We break next chain together. Engines thrummed. Shuttle lurched free. Cal watched, station recede. New pings scrolling. Audit yields climbing. 20 bonds cracked. Riots flipped to cheers. But one alert blinked red. Deeper net, Voss's silent partner. Alien crest high rank. Betrayal whispered. Sail's hand found his arm again. Ready? Cow torched the doubt. Always. Dock lights faded. Stars beckoned. Just forged, not in words, but clasped steel. What hid in the black?